So hello and welcome to part 2 of our scraping journey. Last video we got these JSONs of all the ports. We just need to clean them and kind of make them nicer. For example, here we got two values for the port 9. I want a vector, right, or an array. I do want to keep a JSON, but I want to kind of clean up these texts here and merge the ports. And I want to do this in Rust, so I will be using Rust. So I hope you can see it. We'll be cargo initting our wiki script. Nice. So now we got some source code. Let's put this into assets. So these are our assets that we're going to be using, and this can go in the source. Okay. And obviously, like it's in Rust, we got a main function. We'll be using 30 and 30 JSON naturally. I think it's just 30 JSON. Yeah, and we want the derive feature. Okay. So let's create our models. So again, a model is very easy, right? We have a port, TCP, UDP, and a description. So we are going to create a struct. Obstruct. To pub or not to pub. I don't care for now. So we want to pub struct. We want to have a port with info, I guess. Then we have the enum. I should start the Rust analyzer. These strings, they hold fixed values. So we have yes, no, unofficial. I think we have reserved and assigned. Not too sure. We'll see when we get to it, right? So we're going to have to models. Okay. So perfect info, we're going to have in pub enum assigned status, which is yes, no. I know this is scrappy, but for now, to keep things easy, we'll just keep it at this, right? Assigned, reserved, and unassigned, I think. And I'm not sure what an empty entry means on the Wikipedia, but I'll make it an option. So report with info. I don't think I'm going to be using this. We are. But we want, I guess, program, what's an assignment? So this is every different row, right? So one port can have different or multiple program assignments. So first we have the description, which is going to be string, and then we're going to have the say pub TCP, which is an assigned status, UDP, which is an assigned status, and I think this is it. And we're going to derive 30 for it. Debug, sure, and serialize. Actually, bad habit. Don't automatically derive everything. It's not satisfied. Yes, because our assigned status doesn't do it. And we have to think about how this is serialized, right? For now, this is fine. And yeah, let's just do this. So pub port, which is going to be an integer, and pub assignments, which is a vec of program assignment. Cool. So this is how I want to structure it. But our JSON has something different. So this is what I want to dump eventually, right? So JSON port with info. Naming isn't good, but what are you going to do? And then these. All right. I don't know why I've been doing serialize. We want, for this one, we specifically only want deserialize. For these, we want only deserialize, and for these, we want both. Okay. That's good. That's very good. So now we just have to read this in main. So we're going to load the file. So let contents And we'll just hard code this for now, right? So fs read string. Path is going to be assets slash ports 1023 dot JSON. And I'm going to assume that it's going to work. Dot expect file read. Okay. Let's type it in just for your sake. So I have the contents, and then we want to deserialize it, right? So let ports with info. We want a vec of port JSON port with info. 30 JSON from reader or from string. And then the contents, right? And again, we expect deserialization to just work. Hopefully you can see it all well and good. Well, let's keep it easy for you guys. Okay, so now it tabs in for you. Okay, so now we got ports with info, and let's just debug it for now. So as you remember, we don't have debugs for this, but we can derive it for this, and then obviously for this one as well. So that's going to be good, and we can just run it. Wow, we got a panic. Unknown variant unofficial. Unassigned, right? Okay, unofficial. Guess that's what it was looking for. Unknown variant nothing. Let's see. I think it's valid if we do an optional here. I'm not sure how a 30 will pick it up, but let's see. Yeah, it still like this, right? I think there's a 30 tag for it, but I'll have to see. Let me do some research first. I'll come back to you. Okay, so I found some helper online, which just does this, right? So it deserializes an option string first, and then maps the some variant to the deserialize of the contents of the string, right? Which is what I'm going to do here. So there's in 30, you can just say, hey, deserialize with this. So I'm going to trust this. I'm going to see how it works, and we can see that it does do this. Nice. Okay, so what I now want to do is I want to go over each of these and put them in a hash map. I want to extract. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Let map port map equals hash map new. Okay, and then what we want to do is for port with info in ports with info. What we want to do is we want to say port map dot insert. It's mutable, of course, and we want to say port with info dot port. Actually want to like isn't there like entry? I want the entry. So the entry API is very nice. So I want port with info dot port, and then I want to insert a vec. We're going to insert a vector, which is going to be our, what did we name it again? A program assignment. So we just copy this from whatever our port with info used. Okay, not fully convinced it's picking this up, but we'll try anyway. So we do a partial move of this whole thing. And that's the issue, right? I wish this was like a closure or something. Okay, so we do that, and then we insert, or we don't know what that's doing there. Okay. Yeah, we want this, right? The end modify or insert. So we want to modify if there is a vector already. We want to say, hey, push this new assignment. So I guess we can make it before, right? Okay. Then we want to say, well, push the assignment. Or we're going to insert, and then the vector with just the assignment. Type annotations needed for mute. What exactly? You have it right there. Everything is known, right? It must be known at this point. Well, I could just stop beating around the bush and just saying like it's an I32 and gets mapped onto vectors of program assignments. There we go. I think it just works. Yeah, that's the move here. So either we move this, we need to own it here in this closure. We also need to own it on insert, which is why I don't like this, right? Because either we do this here or we do this here. We don't need to own it both ways. We're either going to do one or the other. It's fine though. I don't particularly mind cloning. It's not what you should do, but still. Okay, now I can clone. Okay. Technically, you don't need to clone this one, but it's whatever. So we built this hash map up, and then I think we can actually debug it as well. Not entirely sure though. Oh, we can't. Okay. It's fine. We want to serialize it back to JSON. We're gonna vec program assignment hash map. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to say port map dot collect, well, dot map. Can we do an into iter? Yes. Dot map. And then what we have is we have the ports and we have the assignments. Okay, and what we want to do is we want to have a port with info. And then the port is, well, the port, and does it just pick this up? I think it just picks it up, right? And then we collect into a vector. Okay. Let final, or let flattened. Okay, we do that, and then we start a JSON to string flattened, and then we write that flattened JSON. Okay, and then we have right. Isn't there like a write to file somewhere? Guess there isn't. Oh, create a file. Oh, it's just this one. Okay. Ports 1023 dot flattened or dot flat.json, and then do this here. The trade bound sref u8. All this. Why can you not do that? Oh, it's a result. So we expect to serialize. And then, okay. This. Unused result. Again, we expect the write. Okay, let's run it. Okay. And it finished. So now we have this thing here. The question is, can we prettyfy it? I think we can. I think what we can do is, it's a little hacky, but we can do the pretty print stuff. I'm not sure if this is the right syntax. Or is it hashtag, or is it this? It is this. Let's see. No, it just has all the escapes in it. Okay, never mind. I didn't say anything. It works for the console, just not here, apparently. That's fine. That's fine. We can install prettier, maybe. Oh, not that one. Prettier. Legacy? Legacy? What happened? Okay, well, I want to just format my JSON. No, it's not prettier. There we go. Okay. So now we got this, which is nice. It's not sorted because hash maps are not sorted. That's fine. Let's find 1023. And we can see there's 2 assignments. That's okay. Is the description different, right? I recall. Yeah, so I recall like there's 2 different rows and they're used by different programs. So I want to keep the description separate. Okay, but we got a nice JSON. Now all we need to do is prettify. Right, so we have this program assignment and we want to kind of clean up this description. So fn clean up description. And we get a description string, and we return the string, and all we really do is we replace all matches of a pattern with another string. And by match, it's a direct match. We kind of want to use regex for this, right? So I added regex. There's a bunch of things that come with it, which we probably won't need. I'm going to keep it in anyway because it doesn't really matter, I think. I don't know how to use the regex crate though. Let's look at the documentation. Okay. I'm going to take a look through documentation and I'll come back to you. Well, it didn't take long because I found out that the regex object has a replace all function. I don't know what this is. I'm assuming you compile a regex. Yeah. So let's match. All we really want to do is like this, right? I'm horrible at regex. I think it's this. You want literals? I think it's this. Unknown character escape. This, I'm assuming. Okay, so let's what do they call again? Citations. Citation. It's a Wikipedia citation, right? And all we really want to do is replace all non-overlapping matches in the haystack with replacement provided. Well, I want it to go. Let's see what it's trying to do here. It's unreadable. It's unreadable, this. Can I just say it like nothing? And the haystack is the description. And then can we own it, or like what does it return even? Okay. Into own. Okay. I guess we can just do this as well, right? So we can clean up the description. Yes, I did just write regex from my head, so it's probably wrong. We want to clean it up here. Okay, let's see how this goes. Wow, I did not crash. That surprised me. Let's see. Let's format it. Okay. It looks like it worked. Do I see these anymore? Looks like that worked. That's nice. Okay, let's do it for this here. Cool. Now it crashes. Nice. Assigned. Oh, what is going on here? What is going on here? Line 82. Something seems to have gone wrong. Line 82? Yeah, it's okay. It seems even this data got corrupted. Did you see that? Here. Why? Oh, I guess we have to watch out. Right, it's gonna give a couple more, I think. Line 2542. I think it's Control G, right? 2542. Yes, we get another one. Okay, that was it, apparently. Okay, let's prettify that. Then we get our beautiful data set. And let's do the final one, which is this one. There and there. Let's run it. Very nice. I hate this error. Okay, and this seems to be fine as well. Why is it so long? Which line is so long here? Nothing. Okay, that's whatever. And now let's just combine them all together, which I'm gonna do with just ports.json. Like that. I'm gonna copy over this array. Remove this here. We do expect a comma because we were copying this from here until here. Okay, another comma. And then we copy these last ones here. From here until here. Okay, and that's our ports.json. And that is our final dataset built from this Wikipedia page. I hope you enjoyed the videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.